We in here. I think we in here. Let's see. Let me see, man. Yeah, we in here, family. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. We in here with it. So what's going on? I wanna say uh peace, rising. I say. Um, I hope y'all having a beautiful night, a blissful night, a prosperous night. Um, you beautiful reflections out there. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all enjoying yourselves tonight as we coming at y'all tonight with another drop, another gem, another download, however you want to call it, another esoteric fact. You feel me? Another decode of their organized lives. You know what I'm saying? So we coming at y'all with another one tonight. You know what I'm saying? It is currently 5:37 a.m. in Atlanta, Georgia right now, so it's late. So excuse my low tone of enunciation. Um, but yeah, y'all just bear with me and stay tuned. We coming at y'all for a good drop tonight, good drop. You know what I'm saying? As we're gonna be talking about these main authors in disguise, you know what I'm saying? They got these hidden authors in disguise. What we gonna be talking about, family. So, you know what I'm saying? And this time, y'all, look, I don't even wanna do that. But normally, y'all, I have the live on the other phone, right? I just really leaked the song just then. Yeah. I just leaked the whole song just then that I was writing. But normally I'm off y'all. I'm talking to y'all off this. Well, I got the shit playing out this phone so I can know if the shit's still running good or not. But nigga, this shit off the TV right now, so we really just watching eye, nigga. So you feel me? But anyway, y'all, let's stay focused. So yeah, tonight rolling into this night class, or this early rising class, however you wanna go about it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, rolling into it. Like I said, we're talking about these main authors hidden in disguise. You know what I'm saying? These main authors in disguise. And a lot of us know what author is. A lot of us familiar with these authors. A lot of us familiar with the word of author. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us familiar with what the author is based off. You know what I'm saying? But it's still a lot of things that we need to understand about the author. You know what I'm saying? Really, as esoterically, anciently, like actually, you feel me? Too many of us is not uh fully enlightened about these authors. So when you're talking about authors hidden in disguise, you have no clue of what they're doing amongst you. You feel me? So we're gonna be decoding that today, y'all. And matter of fact, in one of this videos, since this is a part one, we're gonna be decoding one of the biggest authors that they using that they and who is they the oppressors. Who is your oppressors? The people in control, you know what I'm saying, your shadow government, your cabal, your you know what I'm saying, your people who is in control of all this high arc shit going on. What is all this high arc shit going on? Shit within like the 33rd Masonic, the Illuminati, you know what I'm saying, the clubs, the fillers, you feel me? All the shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, when you're talking about authors hidden in disguise, you talking about you have no idea of how they're being able to use your energy like this, being able to cipher your energy from you like this. You see? So we're just gonna be getting into that tonight, y'all. But yeah, I know before we get into that, we gotta open everything off on the right spiritual energy before we even dive into that. You feel me? Before we get deep. So, um, I want to give peace to all the gods and goddesses of planet God. Positive energy always creates elevation. Peace to all the high vibrational human beings as planet God. You feel me? Peace to the ancestors. as none of this would be possible without them. Peace to the cosmic family, peace to the headquarters. You know what I'm saying? Peace to all of my elders, peace to all of my middle age, and peace to all of my youth. You feel what I'm saying? So, with that being said, let's roll right into it. Oh, and peace and shout out and gratitude to the God Divine Insight. You know what I'm saying? As him and the family receives my blessings. So, with that being said, let's roll right into it. Like I said, it's late, y'all, so excuse me. And we coming how we is right here, y'all. This a channel right here. This a family right here. That we come exactly how we are. We don't give a fuck about what the media got to say. We don't give a fuck about no none of that, nigga. We come out as we are right here in this community on this channel, nigga. Nigga, we ain't filtering shit for nobody, nigga. We came to this motherfucker as who he is. We gonna be who he is, nigga. Facts. So, yeah, we got the cover on. We snuggled, crystal blunt. This gonna be a good little session tonight, y'all. For real, y'all. This gonna be a good little session tonight. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make sure we still rolling and active. Gotta make sure that they ain't fucking with the live. I can still hear the audio and shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, y'all, we snuggled in, got our crystals on for the night. You know what I'm saying? We got a little J for the night, little spliff. You know, me buying spliff. You feel me out? So, it's gonna be a good one tonight. You know what I'm saying? And it's not really night, it's really rising. You feel me? It's what, 5:42 a.m. You know, so it's what, early risings. So rising out there, y'all. But yeah, man, these altars. You know what I'm saying? Then you got this one specific altar I want to get at today. Well, it's two altars hidden in the skies that we gonna decode today for y'all, right? But before we dive into it, you know we can't just jump right to it. We gotta break it down from scratch. You feel me? So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can look at that too. Yeah, you can just look at that. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, yeah. Um, we talking about these artists. We're gonna be talking about two though. We're gonna be decoding two for y'all tonight because this is a part one. So you know what I'm saying. Like I said, y'all, this shit we talking about right now, boy, we getting deep. So we don't want them to fuck with us too early within the live. So you know what I'm saying. We gonna move how the ancestors want us to move. So let's just move accordingly. Cause all we is colored, concerned, cordial citizens. Free the God, Rashad Jamal. Feel me? Anyway, let's stay focused. All right. So, y'all know, don't shit start to this motherfucker right here lit. Yeah. Hey, y'all, I'm already fried though. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I don't know where my pen at, but I've been smacking the pen. Man. I've been smacking the pen, y'all. And for those out there who don't know what I'm talking about, pen, the dispos, the cartridges, uh, pens, weed pens, whatever you want to call them, y'all. I've been smacking them motherfuckers all day. You feel me? So I'm already kind of baited. But just for y'all tonight to get to this deep cosmic information, we're gonna tap into the cannabis because we understand the cannabis and we understand where the cannabis comes from. So we understand what the cannabis does. Feel me? But before we start, before we decode these two altars that's hidden in plain sight for y'all, first we gonna break down how I get to this point. Because we can't skip nothing, we gotta make it all make sense. You see? So we're gonna decode it for y'all. Now, a lot of us is familiar with altars. How many of us really know exactly what an altar is and what it does, right? And what it was used for, and what's the whole purpose of its creation in general. But how many of us know how altar can be used other than just with images and energy, right? A lot of us don't know what altar is. So to a lot of us, what is an altar? You know, to a lot of us, to a lot of us, what is an altar? And to a lot of us, we only understand so much about an altar. You feel me? That you ain't even really thinking of it if you're not aware of what an altar is. You feel me? But what is an altar? Well, again, because we're facing organized lies, we must face these organized lies or organized truths. So again, let's decode. Let's decode, right? Let's decode what they have told us, what they have lied to us about. Okay, so what is an altar? For those of us who don't know, right? An altar, an altar is basically like a focus point where you can uh, make sacrifices or what they like to say, praying. Okay, so in a terms, what is an altar? It is a focus point used for worshiping reasons. What is worshiping? A form of praising, a form of sacrificing, a form of um, 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 all types of divination that falls within that. You know, and a lot of us out there who got altars really understand. So, right, what they tell you altar is like a place for basically energy and intention, right? So, if it's a place for energy and intention, how do you how do you how do you put this together, right? To be able to make this that type of focus point. You see? But now this is where the magic come in play. Cause see, our whole lives they have taught us, they have made us had us to believe magic wasn't real just so they can use the magic against us. You gotta understand it's deeper than them just not telling you this or just keeping it away from you. They have made us believe magic isn't real so they can use it against us when they have been using magic. And this is where the magic falls into play. Because how do you make this type of focus point? Well, first, you're gonna need other high vibrational celestial forces. What are these other high vibrational celestial forces? Okay, your elements, right? Your elements, your elements. So now, one of the, like I said, y'all, we pointing out, we decoding out two altars hidden in plain sight today for y'all. So, um, with that being said, y'all gotta understand the is many ways. Okay, so within them describing a altar is many ways that you could go about it. You feel me? So this is where they throw you off at. This is how they keep you in a circle. You see what I'm saying? Because it's only one direction to the right way. You know what I'm saying? It's only one direction to a certain location. If you ask me where something at, and I tell you, oh, it's right over there, it's right down the street, go this way, and you ask me where something at, and I grew up in the area, and I tell you like yes, and then you go ask another motherfucker when you halfway, and they tell you a whole different thing, somebody's lying because there's only one way to that certain spot. You see, in that certain spot we all trying to get to is the higher self. Now, do you see? So when you talking about altars, you're talking about magic that's being used on at a metaphysical level. You feel me? At a metaphysical level. So now your oppressors are also using altars, right? A lot of us got out there got altars. I got an altar personally, but your oppressors are using altars as well, and your oppressors are using altars through their man-made belief system, right? And this is not about a title or a label, so uh, we're not even gonna mention certain names, but you feel me? That's what it is. So understand that your oppressors are using altars against you metaphysically, right? And how they're doing it through their man-made systems. And like I said, what I say, we decoding two main altars hidden in sight for y'all. So when I'm telling y'all the oppressors are playing with magic as well, they are, and they also have altars, and because they took over the planet energy cycles ago, they're able to make altars in certain spots with certain architecture, in certain architecture styles and placements on the planet in certain sizes to pull certain energy. So it's like you feel me? They're able to do this, and they are doing this, right? And like I said, you got one of these altars being used against you metaphysically and spiritually through a belief system, and then you got another one of these altars being used against you uh, through a man-made system of programming that hides behind uh, the etymology of education. So now, what do I mean? Let's get deep. So back to okay, let's take y'all back. I'm gonna take y'all back. Let's make it make sense. So I'm gonna take y'all back. So when we fell in frequency and we were at war with these people, with these Caucasians and these Europeans and these Spanish conquistadors, and you know what I'm saying? When we were at war with them after the fall, the ones of us that were captured throughout this war and made slaves of war, which where you get your slavery times from, which was nothing more than just a handful of us that were caught in times of war, because majority of us was warring and we were not enslaved. And during that time though, when you had those individuals of us who were caught and made slaves of war, you know what I'm saying? They were they were then forced upon a belief system different from theirs. You feel me? They were then forced upon a belief system that wasn't true because it wasn't a part of them. It wasn't true to them because it doesn't originate from them or no form, shape of life. You feel me? It isn't even life itself. You see what I'm saying? So they had these altars even then, right? And these altars were hid behind, and they hid these altars behind what you know now as churches. So all your churches today are altars. Any church you see now today is an altar. A big altars too at that. But let's stay focused. So you got you around this time when they were captured, they were then forced upon a belief system that wasn't a part of them. So and this belief system belonged to the Caucasian human beings, right? And it was Satanism. It was devil worshipment. You feel me? This is why they sacrificed us. This is why they made us believe in praying. Why did they have to get us to believe in praying though? Because we have soul and spirit. And mostly because we have soul. And what are we at? Soul? Magnetism. So they had to get us believing in their system. So that's why they had to force it upon us through fear. That's why they tortured, made examples, did what they did, put us on fields, beat us with whips, took everything from us, separated us from our families, killed our families in front of us, then had us running in these churches, right? These altars, right? And what is an altar again? A focus point where you can make sacrifices, a focus point where you worship, to make sacrifices and to praise. So they had our ancestors running in these churches purposely, just like setting up a trap. They had our ancestors running in these churches purposely, knowing they was gonna die running in them churches. So when they ran in the church, what do you think our ancestors was doing? They were praying. And the more they were praying, the more they seen that it didn't work. And guess what? The churches got burnt up still. The churches still got burnt up. They still died in the church. They died in the church praying to a belief system that was given to them, forced upon them through fear. So they were using these churches, or what they tell you are churches, as altars to sacrifice our ancestors that were caught in slaves of war, to sacrifice our ancestors and to make our ancestors pray to their false, to pray to a false hope, to only give them energy, to only give them a belief. And they did this for so long, and they did this for a long time. So now you got certain generations, or now, you know what I'm saying? You got, you got, you know, you got, because of that, it's some of us that have carried that traumatically and passed it down through generations. So now you got a lot of us that still look that way towards that belief system, and they still go to these altars, and they still put energy into these altars now in a different way, not knowing that these are the same places that their same people went in and died at, and not also knowing that is at every church is an ancient architect under that church in every one of them. And on top of that, they are, well, now you got, there some of us, or some of them are pastors now, and so now it's just shepherd leading the sheep. You feel me? And the shepherd is leading the sheep, and the shepherd is blind itself himself. So if the shepherd is blind themselves, then the rest of the sheep is blind. You feel me? So it get even deeper, because now that we know that this church is a form of altar, what makes it such a what makes it such an energetic stronghold amongst the people who still look towards that system, that belief system today, is more so of, you gotta look deeper, because that's not a regular altar. Okay, so now that we know that it's a form of altar, you know what I'm saying? Now we gotta look deeper into that altar. So that altar is that altar is like, it got so much shit within it to keep you to attack you metaphysically. You feel me? Like down to the glass. Like look at the glass of the church windows. Look at the color of it, on the ceilings. Look at the way it's placed on the ceiling, so it can receive sunlight through it. Sacred geometry they using on the glass and placing it in certain spots on the roof of the church, just so the sunlight can hit it at a certain angle, so they can pull in a certain energy. Because also, what does this altar has? It has a vortex. What is a vortex? Two lines they meet. What does that do? That creates a energetic force field advanced enough where you can pull energy and push energy. In the church, you could do that at a high rate because look at that vortex. Look at the size of it. You see? So then you're performing rituals in it. So not only are you in this altar, you're doing rituals in it. You're singing all is one. You're dancing all is one. You're all having the same intent. You're all having the same energy. You see, they got water in the church. That's like a enhancement for our altar. You feel me? They're siphoning your energy, and they're having you giving all your energy up to this false hope and leaving you with nothing but hope. You feel me? So it's imperative that we understand that, because it's not like we knew this information though. You feel what I'm saying? But that's just with the churches. You feel me? Now let's take it to the second altar hidden in plain sight, right? This one right here gonna blow your mind. Now, I want you to think about this deeply because a lot of us know about the chakras. You know what I'm saying? But for the ones who don't know about the chakras is basically like like is okay. So if you ever heard about chi, right? Your chi is like based upon your chakras, and your chakras are like energy portals, like energy vortexes within you, like energy stronghold, energy points within you, right? That assist align your base spine, the base of your spine, spinal cord, excuse me. And um, see now with the second altar hidden in plain sight, they attack you metaphysically as well because they attack you with your chakras, right? They attack you with your chakras. Now, how do they attack you with your chakras? Because they use certain colors. They use certain colors, and with the certain colors, they have certain principles, and with certain principles, they have certain rules, and with certain rules, they have certain uh, architect styled, structured uh, room holds. So, like in other words, they have it's even built a certain way. You feel me? So that's why you got okay. Now what is it? Right? It has okay. So the second author hidden in plain sight that I'm talking about right now hides behind the name of school. You feel me? Now this right here is for all my youth because I know it's a lot of youth out there understanding why. I know it's a lot of youth out there that that's probably in school right now wondering like if it's something that I can do greater than this right now and still do this. is it possible? And I'm here to tell you right now, it's definitely possible. Yeah, it's definitely possible. You can do something greater. You know what I'm saying? And if you want, you can still do their school system just to show them. You feel me? And that's a lot of us, and well, it's a lot of the youth that's in school right now and don't know why they can't just stay in school, or don't know why they can't just sit down and just listen. It's just they don't know why they can't just, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy it all throughout the whole 12 years. You feel me? Why can't 12th grade hold the same energy that kindergarten did? You feel what I'm saying? And it's just little things like that, but how they attack you metaphysically is they use certain colors, like I said, and with certain colors they use certain principles. Now, what are these principles? These principles really hide behind principalities. And these principalities, now you got positive principalities and you got negative principalities. And your negative principalities are the ones who uh, align with with the grand evil who aside with the government. You feel me? So they definitely is in your school system as principles. You see what I'm saying? So how they attack you metaphysically? They use certain colors and certain architecture styles of the school, the way it's made, the way it's shaped, where it's placed. You feel me? And then they use certain colors based off the chakras. And then within those colors, they use certain principalities, certain principles to attack that color based off that chakra. And that's why certain rules to attack that color based off that chakra. You see? And that's why the architecture style is the way it is to attack you based off that chakra. You see? So they go that far in depth just to take everything from you. You feel what I'm saying? Now, you get even deeper with that too. Because not only are they attacking you metaphysically, right? They're feeding you lies. They're feeding you propaganda. Now, to my youth, this is why it's hard for y'all to really take on what they saying through your whole 12 years of being there, even out of school. This is why it's hard. This is why, and that's for every person on this planet. There's probably, well, I can't speak for every person on this planet, but I can speak for my people. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I know my people, so I can speak for my people. This is why right now, nigga, if you graduated or not, you out of school right now. Even a year later, when the last time you even thought about school? You see what I'm saying? This is why you can't take that with you, because they're feeding you propaganda in your soul. Know this, because they have been feeding you this propaganda since you got here. At a young age, they started programming you at a young age. They started attacking you metaphysically at a young age. You feel me? At a young age. So, um, so at a young age, at them attacking you metaphysically at a young age, you were like, you were so unaware, right, to how they were attacking you. So you went along with the flow until you finally hit a stage where you had enough conscious, because we are so powerful at so we're gonna always break their spells. So you got to a stage in your life, you was maybe like 14, 12, 13, throughout them stages, even through high school, maybe 16, 15, you know, 17. you hit a stage where you was like, man, I ain't gonna lie. This is just like not it, right? And you just never knew why. And it was like, no lie, y'all, no lie. Keep it real. Keep it real. It was even a point in time where, keep it real. Okay, now I'm talking to my ones who haven't graduated. Because y'all can't feel bad. Y'all can't feel bad and left out. You feel me? Don't let that hinder you and don't let that define you. You feel me? Because look, keep it real right now. I know, nigga. It's been a time, even for the ones who graduated, it's been a time when you sat in class and you was like, all right, let me really try to really lock the fuck, like, let me really try to lock in, nigga. Like, let me really try to lock in, nigga. Let me really try to lock in. And you just sat right there, nigga. And you really try to work, you really try to listen. It was like, okay. But for some reason, nigga, hour later, nigga, you back to like, it's like, nah, man, I can't. That's because, nigga, since they've been programmed you, your soul has, your soul knows it's been propaganda, right? And this is not true. It's not true. So with it being propaganda, it's not true to the soul. So your soul can't relate. It can't resonate in no way, shape, or form. You feel me? So it's like a repellent. It's like you trying to pull me in, but you pulling me in so much. Eventually, I'm gonna repel because there's gonna be nothing left to pull in. You see how they train you, and then they try to treat you good through school. And then you know what I'm saying. You graduate. Now, if you graduate, I mean, they try to treat you good through school, right? And then you graduate. Then they like, yeah, they try to treat you good in the little workplaces, get you on a good job, get you on a company, nigga. You feel me? Get you permanent. You might be, nigga. You feel me? Nigga, that's just the house you letting Uncle Sam build over you. Feel me? So, you feel me? They embedded it into you. 8 hours, 12 years, nigga. It's embedded into you, nigga. No lie, nigga. 8 hours, 12 years. It's embedded, nigga. And so, and on top of that, because they have embedded it to you and they attacked you metaphysically, they pushed you away from you metaphysically, nigga. So they lied too. They fed you propaganda about you metaphysically and historically, nigga. In school, in history, they only go so far back as Columbus, nigga. And what happened when Columbus bitch ass got here, nigga? What happened? He discovered a new world, right? Oh yeah, he did. But they ain't gonna tell you what happened before he came through that portal, though, nigga. They ain't gonna tell you what happened before Columbus came over here, though. And when they do, it's a lie. You feel me? Because the reason they praise Columbus so much, the reason they gonna always give him his flowers, Christopher Columbus, the reason they gonna always give him his flowers is because he was the only. Is no, my fact. It's because he was the one that led the Caucasian through the Caucasus Mountains, nigga. He was the one that because nigga, boy, it gets so deep. We gonna say that for a whole nother. We're gonna say that for a whole nother video. Y'all just stay tuned for that one. Feel me? Cause boy, that get deep right there. I don't think, boy, nigga. But that's them two authors hidden in plain sight. The main two authors hidden in plain sight. Part one. Feel me? So yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I hope y'all really picked up some gems that I dropped, man. I ain't gonna lie. I just really dropped some gems for y'all. Just really broke it down for y'all. For. And look, on top of that, right, a certain ancestor wanted me to talk about this specifically. You feel me? That's another thing too. Like I don't be telling y'all everything. Like I really don't. I really don't tell y'all nothing. I just get on here, give information. Yo, what is y'all peep? Like I just get on here, give information. Man, like, and when I get on here, that's them, y'all. Know that every time I get on here, know that that's them, y'all. That's the ancestors coming through, y'all. Like, no lie, y'all. Like, real life. And then look, in school, we don't even peep how they got the bells set up the way they do. The bells that they got in school, those bells aren't good for you metaphysically. You feel me? And then, nigga, on top of that, nigga, for that second answer, nigga, they had you forcefully get up for school, nigga. So you had to get forced back here, nigga, cause we know sleep ain't there's no such thing as sleep, right? It's a such thing as well because they have fucked with your realm and they have dropped it to a low ass density. You have to now lead a body through what you know as sleep, right? When we naturally could lead the body at will, this was makes us multidimensional beings, and we are multidimensional beings. So this was another reason why that second hunter attack was attacking you, like seriously, because they had you, but man, But you see how with these two altars, these main two altars that I decoded for y'all today, you see how they used them through generations and generations and generations to get it to where now it's to a point where yeah, your grandma forced you out your sleep to go to school. Your mama forced you out your sleep. Like they can't even wake you up. Hey, time to go to school. Or you had to wake up early, sleep tired as hell, nigga. Then you going to sit in class for 8 hours to listen to some bullshit, nigga. For 12 years, yeah, they trying to embed that shit into your soul, nigga. And then for the ones who don't listen, that's just letting them know, okay, oh, he ain't paying attention. Okay, damn, so he trying to wake up, so he trying to depart from our system. Okay, we gonna go ahead and blemish his image early. Mm. So now for my people who couldn't finish school, now they say, what, it's hard for y'all to get jobs. You gotta go get your GED to do anything. You gotta do this and that for through school. Would have to do anything, but it's like fuck that. No, you don't. Like, feel me? And then for the people who did finish school, they try to slide y'all in there, give y'all a little scoot on the tail. And then when they give you a scoot on the tail, they scoop you right up, and then they now you in their hands, nigga. Shit fall on you, but you in their hands though. So all they can do is just next person. Now you left for this. Nigga. You feel me? Yeah, this is part one of this though. So I'm gonna end this off right here. So y'all have a beautiful, blissful night. Y'all rewind this video if y'all need to. From the ancestors. From the ancestors to y'all. Beautiful reflections as we rise as one. It's not a race thing. It's not a belief thing. It's not a belief thing. It's about unity and standing for righteousness and a community of blissfulness. You feel me? I leave as I come. Peace out of guys and guys. It's a planet God.